everyone, welcome to your Pedia Global and this is Shikha. So friends, if you guys are also preparing for the IELTS exam and if you are facing problem in writing module, the writing section of IELTS, which is quite lengthier and quite different from others module. So this particular video is going to help you out to understand in the easiest way the different tasks of writing module. As there are two tasks, basically task 1 is report writing and task 2 is an essay writing. Today in this video we are going to be cover task 1. We are going to be understand the format, the ideal structure for task 1 in an easy manner, so that if you will clarify about your format, you can easily understand that how you need to be go with the different type of questions, right? So let's get start and understand that what is the task 1 of writing module of IELTS, right? So yes, see, this is IELTS task 1 is report writing, right? Report writing, basically I can say it out, you might have seen in newspapers, we used to be read news, how it come and like how we used to be develop it, how we used to be publish it in newspaper. Because some incident took place and we are just summarizing that, we are just paraphrasing that it happened at that time, something like that. Similar way in the IELTS, in the task 1, that we call it report writing. Now, if I can say it out, since childhood we used to be learn essay writing, report writing, जो कि English grammar में आपको 10 marks का आता है, right? So IELTS exam also is testing your this grammatical skills and this your understanding कि आप किसी भी चीज को whenever you will will be provided any graphical representation or something like that, how you're going to be represent it, how you're going to be make it understand easily, right? So task 1, that is the report writing, you will be given us some graphical representation. I can say it out, right? You can say it out, it's a pictorial, right? Pictorial, basically the pictures, you will be provided some kind of pictures, right? You will be provided some kind of life cycle, I can say it out, and you need to be basically summarize it in your own language, right? These are the 2-3 things which we need to be write it down in a IELTS task 1, right? So basically report writing hota kya hai, I have just make you know that is something will be provided to you as in data, as in graphical representation, as in picture, as in map or something like that, and you just need to be paraphrase, you just need to be summarize it in your language in 150 words. The word limit for task 1 is basically 150 words, right? You have to be complete your report in 150 words. Yes, you are allowed to write 150 to 170 words, but do not exceed your word limit, otherwise it may be lead to deduction of your bands, right? Now let's just understand what is the format of basically this report writing. See, task 1, that is the report writing, basically where we have to be do a data interpretation, where we have to be basically, I can say it out, summarizing the information given, right? So there are 4 paragraphs we need to be make, 4 paragraphs basically, right? Number 1 is introduction, right? Then body para 1, that we call it BP1, then body para 2 and conclusion, right? This is the basically the ideal format you need to be follow while you're writing a report. Now what you have to be write in these following paragraphs, first of all you need to be understand कि जो report writing है, that is a data interpretation, that is a summary, basically the information provided to you, you have to be write the summary of that whatever is being provided in the question, okay? You have to be just paraphrase it in your own language in these 4 paragraphs, right? And the word limit again is 150, you can exceed it to 170 words, right? This is the basically ideal format: introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2 and conclusion, right? This is the task 1 report writing, the ideal format, right? So let me just tell you guys ki how we need to be distribute these paragraphs and how we need to be go with the further thing. Now first para is introduction, right? How we need to be go with this? अभी मैंने बताया that it's a graphical representation. So graphical representation में क्या आ सकता है? That can be a line graph, बार ग्राफ, पाई चार्ट्स, ठीक है. These are some you can say the concept: line graph, bar graph, pie charts, tabular representation. And the second one is pictures, maps, diagrams, life cycles, right? These are the two ways to do a task 1 basically. But ideally, maximum number of time in the examination, in the final exam of IELTS, you can see the type of the question is line graph, it can be bar graph, it might be tabular representation, right? So on the behalf of that, we have to be take these 4 paragraphs, ठीक है. Intro में क्या include करना होता है? 5 things basically, ठीक है. 5 things you need to be included in introduction. You can count down your hands also, right? First of all is type of the graph, right? First of all, we need to be go with the type of the graph. Is it a line graph? Is it a bar graph, or is it a tabular representation, or is it pie charts, or is it a life cycle, or any other diagram, right? That is basically type of the graph, very important. Number second comes verb. Now what does it mean here? Verb you need to be see कि वो singular है या plural है. Is it singular or plural? Means sometime what happened, sometimes they used to be give the one question, the one line graph, and sometimes they used to be give a combination, one line graph, one pie chart, two line graph, two bar graph simultaneously. You have to be solve it out, right? So when they will be plural, we have to be use verb accordingly, and they will be singular, we have to be use the words accordingly. Number 3 comes information. Information being provided in the question. Information like what? कि जो graphical representation है ये किस चीज की दी हुई है? The consumption of electricity or water in the household of Britain, right? Or is it something like that, consumption of any food resources from the old age people or like that? This kind of data will be formed in the pie charts and the line graph, something like that. So whatever the information is being provided, that you need to be go with the third point. Number 4 is basically time or time period. Time or time period. Now what is the difference? Time is basically, I can say it out, a specific time. February 2000, it's a specific time. Time period is a lot of years, or this you can say frequency basically. From 1994 to 2024. From I can say January 2019 to December 2019. This is a time period that you need to be mentioned whatever given in the graph, right? Last but not the least, that is data calibration. And data calibration means, if you have to be understand in a easy language, SI unit जिसको बोलते हैं, ठीक है. जो आपका SI unit होता है, क्योंकि जब whenever there is a data interpretation, we do have some percentage, some billions, millions, kilograms, grams, like that. But yes, when there will be a picture, when there will be a diagram or like that, there will be no as such data interpretation, because at that time the data calibration will be the number of steps, number of stages. We will do it later, but for now data calibration is something like that, the SI unit. Your data has been given in which unit? Is it in the basically I can say it out, kilograms, grams, percentage, or something like that. So these are the 5 things you need to be include in your introduction part of task 1. Type of the graph you need to be addressed, then verb, is it a singular or plural, then information given in the graph, then time or time period is being addressed, and then data calibration, right? So that you need to be go with. It's basically paraphrasing, and plus you need to include these 5 things in introduction. Now coming towards the body para 1. See, this is your body para 1. The body paragraph 1 where we have to be do comparisons, we have to be write a summary, right? जहां से हमें अपनी summary, अपने comparisons करने शुरू करने हैं, that is body paragraph 1, ठीक है. How we begin? Body para 1 जो है, इसमें एक चीज होती है overview plus comparisons, right? Now what is this new terminology? Is overview. Overview क्या होता है basically? Whenever you see any graph, any data interpretation, any diagram or anything basically, you will see something will be going upwards, something will be downwards. Means कुछ चीज बहुत ज्यादा होगी या कुछ बहुत कम होगी या कुछ मिड होगी. एक ऐसी observation which you can observe and you can write in overview. It's a highlighting feature of any data interpretation, right? So overview is basically a highlighting feature, right? ये एक highlighting feature होता है basically that you need to be go with, that which thing is more, which thing is less, or vice versa. Basically whatever you find, any observation, you can write it down as a one sentence. Now how you going to be write it down? See, this is starting of your body para 1, right? To begin with, whenever you start writing your body para 1, to begin with, comma, please write it down overview here. Whatever you have observed, overview line, and that should be end. That's all. You have to be write your overview in one or half its sentence basically, right? If there will be two overviews, means if your data is very long and you have to be find two observation, you can go for that. But maximum time there is only one overview. To begin with, write it down your overview, the highlighting feature, full stop, and then start writing your comparisons from here itself. This thing is less, this thing is more, or something like that. Start comparing the data, right? Firstly, secondly, thirdly, or lastly, you can write it down like that. This is the body para 1. Body para 1 is not only for the comparison. You need to include, you must include a line or a sentence of overview, that which thing is more, which thing is less as per the data interpretation. This is your body para 1, right? If I talk about body para 2, you need to be continue your comparison in body para 2. Continuing basically, continue comparisons. Half of the comparisons you can mention in the body para 1, and likewise you need to be come in the body para 2, and you need to be complete your all the comparisons and your all the summary, all the relevant things basically here only. Do not write any third paragraph for comparisons or something like that, because you are not supposed to make 5 paragraphs. The word limit is very less, that is 150 words. Okay? So you need to be only do the relevant comparison. Mind my words, relevant comparisons. Okay? See, if I have to be speaking very easy language, बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं. There are a lot of things, there are a lot of data basically. We cannot compare whole data in only 150 words. It means we have to be enhance the observation power, the analysis power basically, and we need to be find out the relevant comparisons only, and we need to be write it up. That's all. Okay, that you need to be go with. This is your end of body para 2. And your last paragraph, that is your conclusion. Last but not the least, conclusion is always whatever you have being said in your whole summary, in your whole data interpretation, you have to be write it down as a gist. You can understand from this only, or in task 1, that is a report writing, क्योंकि ये data interpretation है, so you have to be write it down something, a second observation. जैसे आपने overview के लिए एक highlighting feature के लिए कुछ observe किया है, vice versa you can go for the conclusion. If you have written the most highlighting thing in the overview, you can mention the least highlighting feature in here conclusion, or you can do the vice versa basically, right? Basically in conclusion also you have to be write a second highlighting feature. जैसे कि for an example आपने overview में लिखा, the basically I can say is rock music have been purchased by the people the most, you can say, let's for an example, and the classical music have been purchased by the least by the age group of the 18 to like 26 of years people, like something like that. So हमने classical music वाला highlighting feature conclusion में add कर दिया, and pop या rock music वाला हमने overview में add कर दिया. This is something you need to be go with, right? So this is your conclusion. That's all. Now let me tell you guys, just revise once again. This is introduction, ठीक है? body para 1, which is including overview plus comparisons. Okay. Then it comes to body para 2, rest of the comparisons. And then it comes to conclusion. You can say second observation plus gist. So this is your task 1, right? In a very easy manner, basically. Very first, when you're practicing, you need to be understand this, right? Next, I can say we have covered more or less everything related to the structure of task 1. I can say it out. This is something like that. 150 words is the word limit. You can extend up it to 170. Okay? And you will be given 1 hour to attempt your writing module of IELTS, 20 minutes for task 1 and 40 minutes for your essay writing, your task 2. So it is advisable that you need to be spent 20 minutes on your task 1. Right? So yes, to the point, preciseness, relevant comparisons only, and there will be different vocabulary. Videos are already being there on the Yopedia Global, that what are the vocabulary for task 1 or what are the vocabulary for task 2. You can go and watch it out. And rest, this is the ideal structure for task 1 basically, which I have just mentioned in this lecture. In upcoming videos, we are going to be understand this from question basically, and we will also covering the task 2 of writing module of IELTS, that is essay writing. So till then, please watch this video till end, make your notes and come in the regular live sessions of Yopedia Global. We are here to mentor you out for IELTS basically. Right? So all the very best guys. If you want to prepare for IELTS, Yopedia Global is there and you can comment pop up in the comments basically, and watch out the previous videos as well, that is for cue card formation. I can say the vocabulary for IELTS task 1 and IELTS task 2. So this is all about, and in the coming videos we are going to be cover more such concepts. All the very best. Good luck.